Hi, now welcome to Science 101. My name is Miss Leone, and I'll be teaching you about the different types of charts that are available in sciences and in different disciplines, as well as how to read charts, and asking you a couple of questions for you to tell me how you got that information and how to kind of get the information that the questions are asking you regarding charts, okay? So here we see we have a bar graph. So this is called a bar graph. And so we have a vertical axis along the side, and then we have a horizontal axis going this way. So as you can see, the numbers increase by 20. It is very pertinent, like when you're collecting data, if you're doing it in science or a different discipline that requires you to collect data and use a chart, that you make sure you look at your lowest point and your highest point and determine like what you want to increase by. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Are you trying to say like so they can be equal?
No. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, so let's say you have 10 participants and the lowest score is a 2 and the highest score is a 20. So you want to make sure that you use increments that can both involve a perfect 2 and a perfect 20. So whether that be going up by 2s or by 4s, you can basically pick any number that you want to increase by, but making sure that you have those points on your graph is very important for your readers. Your vertical axis has your numbers. Your horizontal axis has the categories in which we're talking about today, and those are the wildlife population. So we have bears, dolphins, and whales, and on the bottom you can see there's a key, and it's very color-coded. When you are creating a graph, I do recommend being color-coded, just because it is easy for you, it is easy for you to present to your viewers, especially when you're conducting research. So here we have the different months of the year, from January to June, and they're color-coded: light blue, orange, green, yellow, dark blue, and a darker green. So what we see here is if you look at February, which is the orange, and you come over here to the bears, in February, you will look that the population for bears is in between 40 and 60 bears, and it's a little slightly over 50. So if someone asked you what was the wildlife population for bears in February, you would kind of be able to guess where it was depending on the chart. Especially since they went up by 20s, you'll be able to clearly see like what number is in the middle and determine that, okay? So I'll ask you a couple questions regarding this chart, and then we'll move on to a different chart, okay? So the first chart, in March, what was the population of dolphins?
I would say the population of dolphins in March was around 7%.
7%? Yeah. Okay, so that is actually incorrect. Good for trying, though. If we go to March and we look at dolphins, it is in between the 20 and the 40. So here I would guess it's a little above the 30% mark, so over 30% of wildlife population was dolphins for March. Do you understand how I got that, or would you like me to explain that to you?
I understand. Can you help me with the key? One of the things I was struggling with was figuring out the key at the bottom.
Yeah, no problem. So are you talking about the color-coded months of the year?
Yeah, I thought a different color was a different one. So when making a bar graph, how would you recommend keeping that clear?
That is the perfect answer. So you can do this in multiple different ways, okay? You could either have all the months on the bottom and then color code your animals, or you could have the animals on the bottom and the months on the top. It's just very important for you to see the colors and to coordinate them. So as you can see, the blue is here and here and here. And that's overall, and that's January for all three categories of animals. Does that make that clear?
Yeah.
Awesome. So now we're going to talk about a pie graph. As you can see here, this is a pie graph, and it is basically a whole circle split into the different categories that you are needed. So a quick question regarding that is, what percent of cotton candy sales were made from 13 to 19-year-olds?
20%.
Awesome. So you see how it's still color-coded with the different ages, and the circle is split into different numbers, correct? Awesome. Thank you for your time.